Your 2019 Heroes Among Us Public Safety Category recipients, Chris Copp, Joe Schmidt, Nick Smith, and John Zolondek.
This came in as a residential fire with multiple reports that the house was fully engulfed. And then they said there's people trapped inside.
Immediately we're both, on high alert. Like this is a real deal. We need to get there quick because there's reports of, people being trapped inside, flames shooting out the front door. And, I was driving the fire engine. You want to get there obviously as quick as you can, but safely as well too. So you're kind of maybe pushing the limits a little bit of the truck. And I think at one time John had said that we were going to end up in the inside of the building of the Godfather's Pizza at First and Hudson, because I was kind of rounding the corner a little quick, but we made it out there, we made it safe.
We pulled up, the house was fully engulfed, the flames were coming out the front window, front door. Kept getting additional reports from dispatch. One was still trapped in there, he was handicapped and would have to be carried out from the second floor. Seeing
it for the first time on that incident, it was just like, oh man, this is huge. I mean, this is going to be a huge undertaking. His main concern, my main concern was getting him inside and trying to locate this trapped person.
I went in, tried to make it up through the living room. I made it up to the second floor landing, but with the heat and the smoke, I couldn't make it any further that way. And the ceiling was starting to deteriorate and fall down. So then I came back out the front door. The brother and the neighbor were fairly upset with me that I didn't come out with Johnny, but I told him I had to find a secondary way in to his room. So we went around the side of the garage. They told me which window it was. Chris brought me a ladder, jumped up the ladder, went up.
Usually fire calls, we listen for a little bit, like, okay. The way dispatch made it sound, with the flames showing, people there, we took off and we saw a ladder up on the side of the house. I think I saw John up there on the roof breaking glass.
Glass breaks, so I'm like, okay, he's at least in the window. And then I saw Deputy Schmidt and Deputy Smith running up to the scene at that time. I'm like, hey, John's up inside grabbing this guy. He's going to need help getting him back down. So, I mean, it was just perfect timing that they were running up at that time.
Stuck my head around the window and just got blasted with smoke. There had been no way that anybody else was going in there. You would have made it through 10 steps without dropping.
Went in the room, found Johnny in there. To me, it felt like he was really happy to see me. I think we were both happy to see each other, actually. And then I scooped him up and got him out as fast as possible. That's when I saw Deputy Schmidt, and I definitely didn't expect to see him up there. But it was nice, I handed him off to him, crawled out, and then we brought him down the ladder.
Hearing him say, I got him out, or we got him out, and they're bringing him down the ladder, was just, it was just like a weight got lifted off your shoulders, and it was just awesome.
And so we went in later to see if I could take a hose line upstairs and put out the fire in the attic. And when we're walking out, I turned and saw that painting on this wall. And so everything's charred and burned and melted. And this painting looked like it was in a force field, like a shield was over it. And I'm like, I gotta take that outside. Just thinking of some expensive painting, save it for the residents. So I took it out, sat it out front. So Ken and Amy, their neighbor, is a painter. She's from Russia. In Russia, they have a lot of fires. So she made that painting for him and said, may this always protect your family, and wrote it on the back of it, and then they hung up in their living room. And then Ken and Amy showed up, and he saw that painting sitting out front, and it blew his mind. How did that get outside? And I don't know, it was crazy.
Chris Copp, Joe Schmidt, Nick Smith, and John Zolondek, your 2019 Public Safety Heroes Among Us.